Assalamu alaikum my dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are very fine. Students, in today's class of 7th of science subject, we are going to start the next chapter. As you know, in last week we have completed the chapter number 3. So today in video based lecture of science of 7th class, we will see the next chapter, and it's all about the, yes, you can see here that it's all about the water. Chapter number 5 we are going to start, and it's about the water. Water is very essential for life. You already know, no water, no life. So I'm your science teacher Sabah Malik. Before going towards the topic and introduction of this chapter, I'm going to tell you one thing, that Allah Rabbul Izzah said in a Quran Pak that and we have created from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? Allah Rabbul Izzah said that every living thing is created from the water. You, myself, and all other living things are created from the water. We should believe in one Allah. So, and we should also thanks to Allah for the all of his blessing, all of his countless blessings. And one of the blessing is water. Students, the introduction about the water, as you know, water is essential for life, sustenance of life on earth owes to 3 spheres. One of these necessary spheres is hydrosphere. Hydro is a Latin word and it's actually meaning water. So hydrosphere is going to tell me that how much water is on any planet. So hydrosphere decide that there is 70% of earth surface is covered with sea and land and river and lakes, land mass dotted with rivers and lakes. It is the largest treasure mankind has inherited from nature. You already know we are blessed with many countless blessings of Allah Rabbul Izzat. Here we will know how water is necessary for life, how water is essential for life, how water is the important element for the life. Before going towards the topic, here is a very important interesting information, that is, our earth look like blue. If you are in a space and if you are going to look at the earth, you will see mostly the blue part of the earth. And earth is also known as blue planet. Why? Because the 70% almost roughly 70% of the earth area of the earth that are actually covered from the ocean, sea. So earth reflects blue light. That is why earth appears blue from space and is often referred to the blue planet. Next, students, today we will see the topic chapter number 5.1 topic, Waterfall Life. This is the topic of chapter number 5, first topic 5.1, Waterfall Life. It's on the page number 57 of your book. Waterfall Life means all living things mostly consist of water. You already know it. Moreover, it is essential for all processes associated with life on earth, outside as well as inside of organism. Water and life, like the human body is in fact comprised of 70% of water, or you can say human body consists 70 to 72% of water. It is involved in all body functions. You can't say that only my one function, like only my kidneys do work on water, or you can't say only water is going to involve in circulatory system and all other systems of my body are not going to use water. No, all body functions are actually due to the presence of water. Like in circulatory system, it permits blood flow. Circulatory system is related to blood, heart. You had seen in previous chapter. So due to the presence of water in circulatory system, it permits blood flow through the blood vessels and thus essential nutrients. Blood plus nutrients will be dissolved in water, and minerals also, and all these essential elements are going to be distributed throughout the body due to the water. And you also know that water acts as a carrier for waste matter, like in excretory system water is important because water acts as a carrier for waste matter like urea to get eliminated from the body. You already know that now, excretory system. Next, students, many chemical reactions in our body take place due to the presence of water. Means without the presence of water, all chemical reactions are not going to be happen in our body. Next, water plays a key role in maintaining the body temperature. Students, your normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So water controls water regulates water maintains the body temperature, means homeostasis. So next it was about the human body. Now go for the plants. You already know, you had seen in the last chapter that transportation, translocation, and all that systems are only possible due to the water, because xylem phloem, you already now know the function of xylem to carry the water from roots to the all other parts of plant. So in plant, water serves as mean of transportation for dissolved nutrients and food from roots to the topmost leaf. So for plants, water is very important, and you also know without the water there will be no turgidity in the stems. So it supports plants as a skeleton by making them turgid. And you also know in leaves water is important because for the food preparation water is important. We will see next, but before going towards that, let's discuss here again the distribution of water in human body. Lungs consist almost 90% of lungs is consist of water, and in our blood 82% of blood is water. Skin 82%, and muscles you can see 75% water. In brain 70% will be the water, and 22% in bones will be the water. And whole human body you can see 70 to 72% water. So go for the next interesting information, that is about the human brain. That human brain receive oxygen. Human brain receive oxygen only due to the water, because water has hydrogen plus oxygen. So from the water, brain are going to be receive oxygen. Next, now come to the back, that plants need water. Here you can see plants need water to make the food through the process of photosynthesis. Sunlight and water is essential for the photosynthesis. So carbon dioxide plus water act as the reactant. And next we will go to get the glucose, means as a food, plus water plus oxygen. So you can say water is very important, not just for the human beings, not just for the human body, but also for the plants. For the preparation of food, you need water. Next, students, you can see that water provides habitat. Like water is home, water is life, water is everything for many living organisms. Like aquatic life is only possible due to the water. Water is home for many living organisms, like seas and oceans comprise millions of fishes and aquatic animals. And water in houses, you already know there are many uses of water in our house. Like home, water is used for cooking of many of our food, washing our clothes, cars, houses, and bathing, etc. And in industry, water is very important, like in a chemical industry, in the material industry, and in many like machinery parts you need water. And you also need water to like as an energy source. So water is needed in industrial and production units. Industrial requires water in many ways, like raw material, solvent. Like in a chemical industry you need water as solvent, coolant as energy source. So next, here you can see water and environment. Environment, now you are going to observe. You already have maybe learned in the previous classes about the water cycle, that the formation of clouds is actually due to the water vapors, and rain is only possible due to the water. So let's discuss water and environment. Water is not only important for human beings and plants, but also plays an important role to balance the entire ecosystem by various ways, such as water vapors in the atmosphere, like in a clouds, absorb sun heat, and actually they regulate the control the earth's temperature. Next, water through its cycle, means water cycle not only maintains but control the amount of water on earth. Next, you can say the rain water scores the hills, means rubs the hills hardly and carries the sediments into rivers, forming valleys. So due to the rainwater, there will be very important point about the hills, about the valleys. Next, polar regions. Polar region means the regions, the areas which are located near the north or south pole, and or between the north and south pole. So you can say water in the form of ice. Water is going to be in the form of ice caps in the polar regions, means there will be masses of ice, and the masses of ice carries or located at 50,000 kilometers square area of land. So in polar regions, you can say that life is very tough due to ice caps, but it's also important because due to polar regions, due to glaciers, we all live with the water. So influence of climatic and geographical change will be, you can see many cold winds in the polar regions. Next, here you can see very beautiful pic related to the water cycle that clearly show that how clouds will be formed, how rain will be going to be start, and how all these things, aquatic life is important, plants are important, related to life, related to water, hills, sunlight, photosynthesis will be happen, all things. Next, don't go to think that all type of water is important, all type of water is good for health, for organisms, for life. No, not only water but clean water, means polluted water is not going to be good for the health. Like water is necessary for life, but you also now know that no life without the no water. So no life without the water. Life sustains when water is cleaned. When water is clean, then you can say life is beautiful. So polluted water can cause diseases. Some waterborne diseases, means transfer diseases like typhoid, hepatitis, cholera. And if you are going to talk about the crops, then you can say polluted water is used to irrigate crops. Many plants may become unable to produce food. And you can say polluted water is, if you are going to use for livestock, it can affect meat and dairy products. After that, if you are going to see the polluted water in oceans, like means aquatic life also disturbed from polluted water, like pollution reduce the level of oxygen. So aquatic life suffers from suffocation. So this was all about the water and all about the clean water, Waterfall Life 5.1 topic. I hope you are very clear, and these were all your observations. So students, I'm going to end this video based lecture with this point, that the spirituality of water is also related to spirituality. How? Because in many communities, like Muslim community, in Hindu community, you already know Muslims believe in Allah, and you already know Zamzam water is very holy water for all of us. So because you can say Zamzam water has many solution, many remedies. Zamzam water is very holy for Muslims. It's Muslims believe. But if you are going to see Ganga's river, so that is actually going to healing property. That possesses healing properties. Hindu do believe it. that it is holy for them. And you already know, that due to Gangadhara rivers, there will be like it is popular practice for bodies to be cremated. Cremated means tadfeen on the banks of the river. So Hindu do this practice because it's related to spirituality. So I hope now you are very clear with the topic 5.1 and some interesting informations, and you have now very best concept about the introduction of water, and how water and life are possible, are related to each other. So you should, students, you should be a very good student, very good human being. So don't waste water, and always say alhamdulillah for water that sustain life. Always say to Allah Rabbul Izzat that alhamdulillah for water that sustains life. And you already know it's the sunnah to don't waste water, because Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that don't waste water even if you were at a running stream. So do follow the sunnah, and do follow all the instructions related to drinking water to make yourself healthy and happy. So thank you so much for watching this video based lecture. I enjoyed learning with you. Hope so you will learn it by yourself too. Allah Hafiz.